In this lesson, we're going to cover the song Waymaker. I'm going to talk about chord flow and why the song is unique and why it's so popular musically as far as the chords. We're going to talk about using open chords in the key of E and how to play it that way. And then we'll talk about making it a little bit easier, putting a capo on the 2nd fret and using D chord family chords instead of E chords, which is an option. And then finally, we'll play through the whole song together. So let's talk a little bit about the chord flow. As you can see, the whole song is really just 4 chords over and over and over and over. So before we talk about how to play the chords, why do these 4 chords work so well? Well, what's different about this song, most songs start in the key that they're in. So for instance, this is in the key of E. Normally, if you have a song in the key of E, it starts with the E chord. This song, however, does not. It starts with an A chord instead of an E chord. So as far as numbers or Nashville numbers are concerned, you're not starting with the tonic or the 1, you're starting with the 4. So immediately, your ear wants that chord to resolve to the 1. So it creates a little bit of tension with the 4, then it resolves on the 1. The next is a B chord, which is your 5 chord, another really common chord. 1, 4, and 5 chords are your popular common chords. So this is another easy on the ear chord. Then next it goes to a 6 minor chord. And it resets back on the 4 chord. So the trick here as far as the chord structure is it doesn't reset and resolve on the 1 or the tonic. It resets and resolves the pattern on the 4. So your ear isn't satisfied. It wants to hear what's next. So this loop pulls your ear into being okay with 4 chords repeating over and over and over and over because your resolved chord, your resolution is hidden as the 2nd chord and not the 1st chord. So this is a little bit of a sonic trick. If you're a songwriter or if you've ever tried putting chords together, 4, 1, 5, 6 minor is a great trick that you can use to create chords in any key that just loop over and over and over. You can write a whole song just like this one with that pattern, and that's why it works. So as far as how to actually play it, the song is in the key of E. So let's cover the chords really quickly. I'm starting with an A or an A2. If you want it to kind of, lots of times in the key of E, I like these bottom 2 to ring out the whole time. That's an A2, it's just A without your ring finger. And then your E chord. Next is a B open chord, so I'm not doing the whole bar chord thing. It's that shape, or those fingers rather, without these bottom 2, these little 2 strings, so they can ring out. So it's 0, 0, 4, 4, pinky ring, followed by your pointer. And then I'll use a C sharp minor chord is next. You can really just take that position, slide it up 2, and you're good to go. You don't have to do the whole bar chord thing. These 2 are open, and then you're on 6 and 6 and 4. Bottom up. And then it resets. It goes back to your A. That's the whole structure. Sometimes you'll have a 1/3 chord or an E over G sharp. If you see that, you can just play your E and you're fine. Just play the E, no problem. Or you can play an E over G sharp. I'm not going to spend time on that. You can learn more in my courses and the link in the description. You can find out more there. But that's how you would play the 1/3 or the E over G sharp. Or you can make the whole song a little easier with a capo. So when you capo on the 2nd fret, you put it right before the bar. Capoing on the 2nd fret, you can turn those E chords into D chords because D chord plus 2 equals E. So your D chords, your D chord family is going to work for this song. Now, as far as translating or transposing rather the chords, you're going to start with G to D to A, G, D, A. Pretty simple. And then a B minor chord. Instead of B minor though, I like ways to again have some open strings just because it connects the chords a little better. When you play your A, a lot of times what I like to do is play an A sus4. So you just keep that ring finger where it is and move these two fingers up above on the 3rd and 4th strings, the 2nd fret. That way it keeps that ring finger in place. And then that pointer finger hops up one string. This is called a D sus2 or a D2 over B. Really easy to play. There's my A sus. There's a D2 over B. As you can hear, it's a little bit more open. It breathes a little more than your B minor. It sounds pinched to me sometimes in this context. And it's just easier to play. So you're going to be able to switch between your chords a little easier. So G, B, and watch, just these two are moving up to the A sus. And just my pointer is hopping up a string for your D2 over B. Keep that ring finger in place for your G. You've got the whole song, the whole thing. That's your pattern. Occasionally you'll see that 1/3 chord, which is a D over F sharp. One way to play it, if you've got really flexible thumbs, is to reach up, get that 2nd fret. Or another way to do it, remember that D2 over B you just played, you could pop that index finger up one more to get that bass note. If that's tricky, don't worry about it. Just play a D. It's going to sound great. It'll work in as your chord. And your bass player, if you're in a band, he would play or she would play that bass note. You just worry about the chord. As the guitar player, it'll sound great. So we're going to play through this song, Capo 2, using D chord family chords because it's just a little easier to play, a little more fun. You, of course, can use E chords if you want, or you could capo otherwise and use a different chord family. So that's it. Pretty simple. Your right hand is just doing a 4/4 strum. So you can use the common strum pattern that I've taught you in other songs. It's real simple. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up. You'll notice my right hand is in kind of a 16th groove, kind of like a shaker. It's just going back and forth, connecting with the strings. So real simple structure. Just loosen that wrist and let your hand follow kind of the rhythm of the song, and you'll get the strum pattern pretty quickly. So that's what your right hand is doing, your left hand is doing. Now let's play through the song together. turn lives around. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, in every heart. I worship you. I worship you. You are Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, and that is who you are. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. 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 Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. You are the waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop working. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop working. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop working. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop working. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. That is who you are. That is who